Well, Governor Glenn Youngkin says the idea of diversity, equity, and inclusion is going off the rails. And this was in response to a question about his chief diversity officer, Martin Brown, who said in a Washington Post article, DEI is dead. Well, following that declaration, other leaders have called upon the governor to have Brown resign or be fired. It's important to note Brown heads the Office of Diversity, Opportunity, and Inclusion. Youngkin says the concept of DEI and ESG, which stands for environmental, social, and governance, were praiseworthy 5 or 10 years ago, but he says today that mission is not consistent with those principles.
We've got to get back to the basic principles that we know are right and away from the bombastic language that DEI has become, where people all of a sudden are professing that we want equal outcomes for everyone at any cost, and where all of a sudden excellence has been subordinated to equity.
Well, Youngkin made this statement earlier this week during a ceremonial bill signing outside the executive mansion in Richmond. He went on to say diversity does need to be embraced and differences celebrated, but he did not specify any plans his office would take to ensure inclusive initiatives would be a priority. In response, former Virginia governor and former Richmond Mayor Doug Wilder weighed in while at a VCU press conference, saying not only is DEI not dead, but we need it now more than ever.
I don't believe Governor Youngkin has the experience or the knowledge or the wherewithal to be considered anywhere near an expert relative to diversity, inclusion, or racism in Virginia.
Wilder has called for Governor Youngkin to fire Brown for, quote, not doing his job.